Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is day 3 of Lens and Light Summit, and I apologize for the lighting in all of these different videos. They've been very kind of crappy and things like that, but I'm trying to find a quiet place to kind of record without having too many people walking by. But Lens and Light, day 3, stay tuned. Hey everyone, day 3 of Lens and Light, Mystic, Connecticut. Wow, 2026 has just been like, day 3 was like, when you feel like, oh my God, day 1 was awesome, day 2 was great, day 3, how can it get any better? We still have one more day. We still have one more day, and if you like the outfit, it is the gala night tonight, and it is the 80s themed retro night party, which is going to be a whole bunch of festivities and things like that. And then there's dinner, and then they're going to be, it's just going to be off the hook. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. So we started off the morning getting up for breakfast, and last night, I already showed you day 2. I'll link that down below. Day 3 was just epic. Absolutely epic. We started off with breakfast in the morning, which was included in the ticket that you have. And then Susan Stripling, like, out of the gate, set the bar so high for information and creativity that it was just like crazy information. And I feel like I was talking to somebody today, my friend Kim, and I was like, so how do you feel? It's like, your head is buzzing. It's just absolutely buzzing with information, and you're trying to retain it. You're trying to think about it. You're trying to process it. And I'm writing down notes. And I actually told you yesterday I stopped writing down notes because it was I had to just decompress. I can't wait to go back to the videos and look at those over again. So Susan Stripling was absolutely amazing this morning. She came out with the banger of the shots that she talked about with before and after, and looking for light, chasing the light, and all those different things. It was absolutely amazing. After that, we ended up having a small break to go to where all the vendors were, get all our punch cards done and stuff like that, talk to all of the sponsors. Canon, Nikon, Asset was here, Sigma was here, Tamron was here. They had photo bays set up with shooting scenarios, 1 light, 2 light, 3 light scenarios. Nanlite was here with doing some cool things. So I'll show you some behind the scenes here or there throughout the day that had happened, just to show you a glimpse of what the whole day was like ridiculously about. It was that good. So the first thing, 11 o'clock, breakfast is done. Everything else is done with the other room. 11 o'clock rolls around, and it's an hour and a half with Jason Vincent. Killer of a presentation, and it was all about social media content. So it wasn't necessarily about, hey, here's how I shot that shot. It was all about, how do you take the shot, implement content and context and copyright and words, and then put those words to your images. And he talked about a lot of different scenarios with using ChatGPT, Gemini, whichever one of those search engines that you use, but utilizing it for the sense of how critically important that you can take information and input it, get some feedback back, question it again, get some feedback back, question it again, simplify it, and then create content through social media that way there. It was absolutely amazing. I wrote down so much notes from all of that. It was just so much information that I never considered. And I feel like that's where real growth comes in, is information that you never considered before. I woke up with this quote this morning in my heart when I woke up this morning, and the thought that came to my mind was, true growth is not measured on where you are today. It's where you came from in the beginning. So incremental steps are great. You might see a little bit of a difference, but 2, 3 years, you might not notice that much of that growth. But if you go back from where you were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and you look at where you are now, that's where the true growth is measured. It's not measured in a monthly thing, it's measured in a yearly thing or over a time period thing. And that was the most challenging part for me, was to be able to see the information, get the information, and get involved. It was just absolute. Jason Vincent, just his information is going to be down below. It was just killer class. We ended up coming back to lunch and having lunch over there, great buffet style, Mystic Bonvoy. Marriott was just accommodating to everything and everyone when it came to that. It was absolutely excellent food, had a great time. From there, I went to a portfolio review, and there was a little bit of a mix-up on my end. We ended up straightening that out, and then we turned around and came back to a 2 o'clock with Ben Lau. The 2 o'clock with Ben Lau was, it was like the icing on the cake, because you have all these different speakers and they're all talking from their perspectives, but Ben talked about 12 steps and 12 structures of a blueprint. And again, talked about content, again, talked about SEO, again, talked about all these what should be fundamental aspects in our business, but we're too busy just trying to jump in and make money that we're forgetting about the SEO that we need to run, the content that we need to get, and things like that. But Ben is an amazing photographer out of New Jersey and New York City, and he travels all over when he comes, and I'll leave his information down below, but it was crazy good. Crazy good with information. It was just, every one of them has just been leveling up. I feel like somebody asked me how it was. I was like, this summit has been leveling up. It's time to just level up. After that, we ended up having the break after that, after Ben's class. I talked to Jeff Tisman for a little while about my website and things like that. He gave me some good input when it comes to that, and he gave me some good insights about what I should be doing, what I should be showing, and how I should be growing. So that was really good to hear stuff like that. Went back to my room, closed my eyes for about an hour, and then got up, refreshed, and then I got into my 80s stuff to get ready to go. So I'm about to go to the gala right now for the cocktail hour, and then we're going in to have some food on the inside over there. They've got so much stuff planned for all of us, and they actually have all of the stuff to be put into. They actually have a bunch more photo props and things that they have to set up and stuff like that. Picture stations and things like that. So it was really, really good to see all of this come from day one with a crazy snowstorm. Moved a couple of things around, and tomorrow is gonna be day 4, and I'm gonna probably record that as I'm driving home, just because I'm gonna be driving home at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I gotta get back to Thursday night service at my church. So a lot of information when it comes to that. So absolutely amazing. So if you guys are interested in Lens and Light, you're a creative and you're a photographer / videographer, if you're a small business owner and you're looking to kind of get into that creative vibe and that creative information when it comes to moving forward with your business, I highly recommend checking out Lens and Light Summit. Look for 2027. If 25 was here, 26 is here, 2027 is going to be bar raised again. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel. As always, I appreciate your time. So thank you for spending your time with me. Remember to smile more, because it sure does hurt less. Peace. Hey everyone. Wow. All I can say is I couldn't wait. I was going to wait until I got home. My Osmo Pocket 3 kind of, started wigging out with me with the gimbal, so I got to look into that. But I wanted to make sure that I got the information out while it was still fresh in my mind. So I just left Mystic Marriott Bonvoy for hosting us. Thank you to them. But I just wanted to leave and get on the road so I can get back to my family, get back to my church service tonight. But I wanted to recap what had happened. You've already link above or below or someplace, day 1, 2, 3, day 4. Wow. Last night, I already talked to you about the gala, so I want to talk to you about what happened last night after I recorded. You saw me in the yellow jacket. Everybody showed up in their 90s and their 80s stuff, and it was absolutely epic to see everybody really embrace the theme of it. Old concert shirts and stuff like that, old gaming shirts and things like that, Pac-Man dresses, but it was excellent. Everybody really laid into the whole thing, so I was very grateful for that. I didn't feel like I was like too bright because there was other people's neon clothes. It was excellent. So go to bed, get up the next morning, take a shower, eat breakfast, head downstairs. I was talking to my friend TJ before we opened up for breakfast and things like that. We sat down and had breakfast. So TJ was talking to me about a couple of apps that he used for transcribing into text. That was excellent. Thank you. Promo code TJ is awesome. And sat down, had breakfast with all these people, and all of a sudden we're looking at the clock and it's like 8:30, 8:35, and I still had to get, I already brought my stuff out to the car. Most of it, some of it, a quarter of it. And I didn't have to check out until 12, but I had a master class today with Jason Vinson, Vinson. Wow. This was the only master class that I paid for. And it was absolutely so impactful. Sorry for the poor quality of the video and audio. I just needed to get the information out. So impactful that it was hard on day 4 because we're all exhausted and everything else like that. But we get to the Mystic Yacht. I'm going to put it above exactly where we went to. I'm going to quote it right now. Mystic Yacht Club, I think. It's about 10 minutes from the hotel. Everybody got in their cars, drove over there. Get their beautiful back wall. I'll show you a couple of pictures that I took in between the pictures that Jason was showing us how he approaches a wedding day. I have a whole new appreciation for hard light and a hard light source. Skip the modifiers. Just, it brings a whole new element of creativity when it comes to that. So Jason went through these scenarios, and Jeff Tinson, it threw something out there like, hey, just gonna throw a wrench in there. What would you do if throw some chairs together, shoot through the chairs, and let's see what you can get? Jason's like, challenge accepted. I'll show you the image that he ended up getting. Absolutely epic. But what I loved about Jeff Tisman was 30 years in the business, 1,200 weddings under his belt, and he's still going to these conferences to learn, wants to learn more. How can I learn more? It's not a matter of if it's the same style of what he does. You can learn from people who have other styles than you. You can learn something from them in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. You might hear my GPS. But it was just absolutely epic. So we're outside, and TJ and Jeff were waiting for one other person to come out, and I got in my truck and I started to leave, and Jeff says, hey, Ron, I'm going to drive with you. So one of these speakers gets in my car. He's just like everybody else. Started talking. I feel like I even said this to him, that the conference was so good, the workshops were so good, but I feel like the networking part of it was so much more impactful in information depth as the workshop. So I really enjoyed being in these classes and these dinners with them, breakfast with them, and lunch with them, conversations, just crazy, crazy information. Ben Lau was another one that was just like, above and beyond, absolutely epic. All the speakers are really, really good. I did not even get a chance to go all of the speakers because they were just at the same times, and you just have to pick one. And I picked the ones that I was weakest in so that I can gain the most information from. With that being said, we get to the yacht club, we start shooting inside of there, and I'm going to show you pictures and video clips of what he did and how he did it and how he approached it and everything else like that. So it just worked out absolutely excellent with that. Get back in the car, drive back. Now we have small mentoring classes, which is about 3-4 people max per teacher. Jeff was in the car with me going up and back. I already had my my small mentoring class in the car going up and going back. So I just listened to what other people's pain points were. And I just gleaned from things that they were going through, things that Jeff approached to them. So that was an excellent part of that. We stopped, had lunch, sat down with people that I've never sat down with before in the whole conference. The whole goal is, Jeff said the same thing. I don't want to sit with the same person every single day. I want to sit with other people. I want to sit with other individuals so that we can have conversations with them. So, and that's what I did. We ended up doing while the dinner was going on, we ended up doing I'm one of the ambassadors for Lens and Light. So we had all the ambassadors get up. There was, I think, 5 of us. Got up on the stage, took a picture with us, got it with my cell phone. I'll put it up over here. And then they went into the raffles as everybody was eating. So they were raffling off like a few software programs that they were doing. Then they did a tripod that they gave away. And then they gave away a mentoring session also. And then...
Ron Lemelin.
They gave away a couple of other things. So needless to say, it was a really, really good turn of events. And then Doug and Emmy, shout out to Doug. I know you're going to be watching this. They put together this clips of everything they almost couldn't even fit it all in there, but so much of the stuff they recorded video over. I took a picture during one of the modeling sessions, breakout sessions with Doug, and I'm gonna show it to you right here. It was really just a cool, fun effect, and then I went in Canva and tweaked it up a little bit, and it was really cool. So, and down in the comments down below, tell me what you think. Long story short, they started doing the announcements, and then they started breaking into the video and stuff like that. It was just absolutely epic with all of the stuff they've done. So in a nutshell, everybody's saying goodbye. See you guys next year. There is no official date for next year. Just in case you're wondering, how am I going to be able to go next year? Put a fork in it. We don't know yet. They're working on getting the logistics part of that done, but there will be an announcement coming up soon. So if you're interested, please reach out to me right away. As soon as I know, I'll let you know, because there will be an early bird special. And if there is an early bird special, it will be the cheapest you can get these tickets. Not master classes, that's all stuff later on. These are just the conference tickets. And they're just, even if you paid full price, it's worth the money, but you'll end up getting a discount when it comes to that if they end up doing that again. So long story short, day one, absolutely amazing. Go watch the video. Day 2, go watch the video. Day 3, go watch the video. And day 4, there you go. I might even put all 4 in one video. I'm not sure yet. So, again, if you're interested in it, let me know. If you feel like you missed out, you did. If you feel like you want to come to it next year, absolutely. If you feel like you know everything and you don't want to get together with people and spend the extra money, shame on you. You don't want to do it? You don't have to. You don't want to level up? You don't have to. If you don't feel like the speakers were good enough for you, don't show up. But don't wonder where the industry, photographers and videographers, are starting to level up their work and level up their content. And you're wondering, how are these people excelling in the way that they are? It's because people are applying and going to the workshops and taking the information. Sat in the car with me. He goes, Ron, I can tell you exactly what lottery numbers are going to be called out next week. If you play them, you'll win. Wow, thank you so much. If that's awesome information, and all of a sudden, if you've got the 7 digits and you don't go play them, here's the point. Take what you heard, take what you learned, and apply it. You don't apply it, you missed out. The information was there. The information was there. The rest is on you. So, thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Put your comments down below. If you went to Lens and Light, what was your experience? Comment down below. If you want to go to Lens and Light, comment down below. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Remember to smile more, because it sure does hurt less. Peace.